A very good morning and warm welcome to our chief guest, Abraham Paulose, University, Mr. Gideon Paul, President of University Alumni Association, distinguished members of management, faculty members, distinguished alumni, special invitees, and guests. We are all gathered here today to show our love and respect for our professor who has rendered selfless service to the movement. So has always been a beacon of inspiration and inspiration. The reason I hear more civilization love keeping with the spirit of time, I invite you all to the retirement program, beloved Professor Paulose. We wish to make the students memorable visitors to the infantry community. Let's begin today's program with working with before you and there's just one thing that I want to say. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for all you've given to me, for all the blessings that I cannot see. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. With a grateful heart, with a song of praise, with an outstretched arm, I'll bless your name. Thank you, Lord. I just wanna thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I just wanna thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Sudhir and Ashwin, for the beautiful invitation.
Thank you.
A special thanks to the students of NCA. I think they brought out the real JP Sir for us. I think they deserve another round of applause. Thank you very much. I now request Mr. Juni Joseph, the President of the Alumni Association of the Computer Science Department, to escort the dignitaries onto the dais. Dr. Father Abraham Vetyankan, Vice Chancellor, Christ University. Professor Joy Paulose, our star for the day. Mr. Jugnu Oberoi, President, Alumni Association, Christ University. Dr. Ashok Emmanuel, Head, Department of Computer Science. Ms. Tracy, Vice President, Alumni Association. And Mr. Matthew Chandy, a core committee member of the Alumni Association. Let's give it up to them. All the most wanted people. Mr. Juni Joseph, the President of the Alumni Association and the man who carefully curated and drafted this program to celebrate the contribution and commitment of our professor. I now invite you to welcome the gathering.
Dignitaries on the stage, special invitees, teachers, fellow alumni, and students. Today marks the beginning of a new phase in the life of a successful man. A man who single-handedly brought an iconic status to the computer science department. A quintessential teacher with a strong heart and an iron will. A man who leads by example, a mentor, a guide, a father figure to many of us. Adjectives can be many that can be associated with him, but he is fondly known as JP. He's been in this respected position for 28 years of his 33-year-long career. Like I already said, he wasn't just a teacher for us. When most of us came to Bangalore from villages for our studies, we were never exposed to a city life. And he knew that he has to extend his influences outside the campus. So he carefully watched us and made sure that we never fall into a pitfall. So that is the reason why he's been very friendly with his students. So he always used to ensure that he knew the place where the students live, what do they do outside their campus life, and made sure our 3 years long career and the life beyond is fruitful. So we are what we are today. And it's only because of him, and I have no hesitation to say that we dedicate our lives to him. Today, when I stand here, like many of us, there are multiple memories going through my mind. Each of us are touched by his kindful nature and caring attitude. Like I myself, when I was severely sick, and I had to go through, I had to do many medical tests. And my dad was down in Bangalore, and we were not getting any appointment for the test. He worked out his contacts and made sure that the medical tests were done on the same day. And my dad is grateful to him even now. I'm honored to stand here in this function to welcome him, probably the last function in his capacity as HOD of this department. Sir, on behalf of the Computer Science Department, I welcome you. So we have our Vice Chancellor, Father Abraham Vidyangal, on the stage, and most of you might not know. So he was instrumental in starting the MCA and MBA programs in our college at Christ University. It was his vision and far-sightedness that started this flagship program in our university. Father, we are thankful to you for bringing this course to this university so that all of us could find flying colors in our careers. We welcome, on behalf of the entire alumni family, I welcome Father Abraham. Dr. Ashok, the Associate HOD, who's going to step into JP Sir's shoe from today. Sir, the standards are set very high, but I'm sure you will be able to take this department to greater heights. And the Alumni Association is extending our support wholeheartedly to you. We are sure we will talk and discuss and help collaborate with each other and make sure that our department is the greatest department in this university. We welcome Dr. Ashok. Mr. Jugnu Oberoi is synonymous with the Christ University alumni. So he is actually the man behind driving and carrying this university alumni, the Christ alumni, and now the university alumni for many years. So he is kind enough to come here and speak few words of advice to Professor Joy Paulose. So welcome, sir. So JP Sir's family, Celine ma'am, kids Jesse and Jian, they are here. So we welcome you also. Many of the all faculties, the current faculties, they're all here. So because of you, the support you've given JP Sir, that is the reason why the department is so strong now. The connect the teachers has made with the student, that is what keeps this Alumni Association strong. So that is the motivation for all of us to come back and do things for the university. I hope this will continue in the future also, and I welcome all of you. My fellow Alumni Association core committee members, a warm welcome to all of you. And the students, the MCA students are here. See, you guys are the torch bearers in the future. So you make sure that you have some place for Christ University in your heart, so that in future, when the university needs you, you come back and do things for the university. I welcome you all. There are two people I want to specifically mention in this welcome address. So probably it is, it had to be reserved for the word of thanks, but then I won't do it now. Deepti ma'am and Sibu sir. So they've been doing this, they've been toiling for all of us from the past month or so. So things which we couldn't think of, they brought it to our attention, they were executing it, they were helping, finding students, organizing the program. Deepti ma'am and Sibu sir, hats off you and welcome you. And first of all, a warm welcome to all of us. And hopefully, so JP Sir's, the next phase of the life will be more colorful than what it was here. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie. An impeccable person with an eye for detail at the helm of affairs is our Vice Chancellor, Father Dr. Abraham Vetianko. I invite you, Father, to address the gathering.
Mr. Joy Paulose, the star of the day, Mr. Gideon O'Brien, and the office bearers of the Computer Science Alumni Association, Celine, Phyllis, name I don't know, faculty members, and my dear alumni and Christians. I don't have a prepared speech. I know Joy Paulose from 1991 onwards, and he is a legacy here. He's a star here from the very beginning. 1994, 95, or 95, 95. We took charge the HOD of MCA. Computer science started in 1991. I was teaching the first batch of students in mathematics. The CMS is even now famous. At that time, only 10 computers we had at the XT or 80 or something like that. No Pentium, no 486 on those days. 486 came, then Pentium. And all the students who studied computer science on those days are doing very well in their life in many parts of the world. I'm very proud of them because at that time, even Narasimha Rao never took charge as the Prime Minister, and there was not open. Computer science started and market opened, and a lot of job opportunities for the ordinary students who love science. Those who studied mathematics or physics, they could join for PUC or PTC, they could join for computer science. And with the mathematics, PUC or PTC, they could join for MCA on those days. The starting of MCA is funny, okay? And on those days, MCA was given only in PMS college in Bangalore, I remember. And Mr. Uday Kumar was teaching basic language in a computer center. And he was a student in BMS on those days. Now he's some CEO or something in the USA. Father Thomas was a finance officer. I was just assisting him, and we are working in the ground. And I told Father, we have to bring MCA and MBA in Christ College. Because he was about to start his journey into USA. But it's impossible. Don't think like that. We cannot get MBA and MCA. But that chapter is over, okay? Then we went in 1993 to USA, and I took charge as the finance officer. In 1993 end, the only one accountant in the accounts office, Mr. PK Joseph, came to me and told, Father, it is time to apply for the new courses in the college. Please tell the new courses. I don't know what is the name of MBA, MCA, 3 lectures I know. MBA, MCA. Father Karin was the principal. I told, shall we apply for MBA, MCA? What is the expense? He told, asked me 10,000 rupees per course. We have to give a DD. Okay, carry on. The chapter is over. After 6 months, Father Karin called me. And on those days, one Minister Yagia was the education minister. And we got sanctioned for MBA. Father Karin told, we are going to start MBA. Immediately I told MCA is most wanted, please try for that also. So we bypassed the university and AICTE, direct government order. We started BSc course, MBA course on those days. AICTE came the following year. Then only we understood AICTE permission required. Then that started in some August or something. After 1 month, we got MCA also, only with the effort of our career. Because I was insisting, and Father, we had to do something extra. I thought we are ready. I'm ready. Less than 1 lakh will be spent. Okay, don't worry. Less than 1 lakh we spent. $70,000 or something we spent. And we got it, MCA. And only one question he asked, will you take charge of MCA? At that time, Mr. Desmond is a mathematics professor. He was teaching computer science diploma program in St. Joseph's College. And when Selvi Manjunath is a mathematics MSc from Anna University, that was the private. They were teaching computer science in Christ College. I asked them, can we take MC? Yes, Father, carry on. We shall take responsibility. And with a small department we started, and I happened to be the director. I don't know what is a floppy disk. Nothing I knew about computer, but I took charge out of enthusiasm. We need. Then I was searching for somebody to take the leadership. And I found Mr. Joy Paulose is competent in computer hardware. Here, the MTech, after MSc Physics, done MTech from Kochi University, and he is knowledgeable in computer. And he is teaching still that computer hardware course. I know, he's expert in that. I told him, Father Karil will call you and ask you, please don't deny. And he took the leadership. Until now, he is an efficient leader, and he made computer science department the best known in the country. PCA for last 11 years, #1 in the country. MCA, all the students are placed. Placement also is taken care of, because he has a lot of connections with alumni and a lot of CEOs, and he sees that everybody who studies in Christ University get placed. So the sad thing is all our employees, okay? Now we want employees. That's what yesterday one CEO was talking to the from professional students. Don't go for jobs. You have to create jobs. You have to employ people. If you're employees, your employer will suck your blood and give you some money. So don't do that. Be employees. So computer science students and those who are working here, don't be too much dependent on your employer. So go beyond, and we can do better. That's one message I'm giving in between. And Joy Paulose, don't make him emotional. He's so loving, so strict. If his likes and dislikes are there, he likes at the top. Dislike means he will make sure that they are coming to the track. Am I correct? It's a strict disciplinarian. And students should stick to the rules and regulations of the college and the class, attendance, punctuality, studies, everything. He insisted. That's why strict teachers will be remembered always. Light teachers will be forgotten very fast. Joy Paulose, I think you can make a movie on Joy Paulose because you know so many stories. His love, friendship, and also his strictness, and also his motivation, everything very well counted. Those who are imagination, we can make a movie about Joy Paulose, and he's a legendary in Christ University now. He survived COVID. I remember I calling him when he was very weak. He was little late to go to the hospital. And St. John's, I think about 1 month, he was a little critical. He survived because he's this iron will, strong mental power, all these things helped him to survive. Now he's healthy, perfectly healthy. So I wish Dr. Joy Paulose all the very best. And he has 2 bright children, brighter than him, because both are doctors. MBBS they completed, MD they started, I think, all got by merit only, not by donation and so on. So that is Joy Paulose is a rank holder, okay, please remember. It's a rank holder in MSc. So much brain power, he could use that power for the university and for your well-being. So, sir, don't make him emotional, okay? Don't make him emotional at the end. Let him be brave and let him continue this service. So, sir, I wish you all the very best and good health and more happiness and happiest son-in-laws for your family, okay? So wishing you all the very best. I remain. Thank you.
Thank you, Father, for sharing your valuable thoughts and about our professor. I now invite Mr. Jugnu Oberoi, the president of the Alumni Association, Christ University, to share his valuable thoughts with us.
Thank you, ma'am. Ram, Colonel Abraham, sir, my friend. I think all of you may not be aware, Father Abraham has got the honorary rank of a colonel. Let's give him a round of applause. It's a very prestigious post that the second father priest in his community has got this rank. My friend Joy Paul, friends all around. Namaskaram to each of you. A few days back, I got your invite to that I should come here, and I was told that I have got to speak something and be ready for it. I said I don't need to be ready for anything to speak about my friend Joy Paul because it's a history. Like Father VC just told, 12 years, 11 years, we were spending some time talking. He's kept this department in the top one. It's very easy to reach there at the top for the first year. Most difficult to carry on year after year. The biggest of the biggest people, even Mukesh Ambani, has fallen down from number one. So it's not very easy. I think that is Joy Paul's strength. He has kept this department year after year into the top place. And with other institutions trying to catch up and with the changing of times, he's moved along with it. What do I like about Joy Paul? Only one thing I would like to say. I think his profession of teaching, for 33 long years, he has been a teacher. I think that profession we must salute. It was very difficult to get a teacher like him because even our scriptures, like I have been telling, I must have addressed all of you, we bow to the Guru before, to the Lord above. This is a Guru who's been with us for 33 years. Fortunately, Christ was very lucky to get him on. And like Father just said, he started the departments through him and etc. He's grown up a lot. People in the alumni have respected him. I've seen how close he's been. He's always, whenever he comes to me, he says, no, don't worry. And sir, my alumni are there to back me. I've seen that. I think this is the only function, if I can remember, I'm 21 years according to this post, where the alumni has invited me to honor their own faculty. I mean, I've attended a department's function of somebody else's farewell, my own secretary, his farewell. But that was a department show. This is the first thing, and I congratulate your alumni this, having this thought, and I am told none of the senior first batch, Joy was telling me while we were sitting there, he's for my first batch, sir, he's for my second batch, third batch. I mean, all of you have taken time to come and honor him. It's a great thing. I've also heard some of you are now looking to put sort of a fixed deposit on his name, and which that the interest coming out, we may be wanting to help a fellow Christite. I think that's a very good thought. You would get back to me. I've already spoken to all of you all in my office, what systems you want. Father did mention quite a bit, but you must all know as alumni, we're going for a ranking. The NAC ranking is coming shortly. And I've been spending time quite a lot with Father and myself. We were looking not only at AA plus, but what Father VC wants is, I mean, I was saying a few days back with VC, I was there. I said, Father, that 3.54 and above, we must get. He says, no, I want 3.72. That means a university of excellence. That is what the targets these men in white want Christ to be. And we have to alumni contribute to that, to match what NAC and UGC want. We made a mistake when Colonel Thomas, Father Thomas and myself, that we started chapters thinking that it would help the association. That is not allowed as per NAC and UGC rule. You have to have only one alumni parent body which has to be registered. I'm happy to inform you the parent body is registered. Some of the rules which you must know for NAC to get a minimum alumni points are in 5 years, that is which they do a rating. We must do 1 crore contribution towards scholarships and etc. We must raise 2 crores towards some funding for building funds and extra. That is the minimum amounts which today NAC or UGC wants. It's going to keep going up. So the reason is we have removed the word chapter, but everything else stands same. It'll be BCA or MBA, alumni team or group or whatever you like. Your chapter president will be called coordinator of the alumni. Your alumni faculty will be called that. That has been a part of UGC, because if you register one chapter, which is not allowed in the same campus, you will have to reach these targets. Fortunately, your parent body has reached this target. And even the last when time we had the waiting, when Father Thomas came to me and said, you got your full points. Thank you for that. And I'm told by Father Abraham, we are reaching the 5 points which the alumni get for this year. And I thank each alumni there, because your footfall is very important. I'm aware from Joy Paul and his department that there's a lot of you alumni coming, taking classes and helping your juniors. That is very much important. Placements like Father just mentioned. What is more important is not only the educational teaching, what people like faculty like Joy Paul do, it's getting placements after that. And BCA is one department which Father mentioned, you're getting more than 100% reimbursed. I was sitting with Joy just now, he says, in my first batch of MCA or something, I've already 85% placed, and not even yet passed. The exams are not through. I mean, that's the greatness of this young man. Joy Paul, sir, do remember, there's always a stand. Once a Christite, always a Christite. You are a Christite from 33 years, you're always a Christite. I'm sure your department, your alumni will, or your students will love you to come back, be back and keep track with your department. Never forget what you have given us. We wish you all Godspeed. God bless you wherever you are tomorrow and keep you safe, good health. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir. 33 years ago, having completed his MTech in electronics from Cochin University, Professor Joy Paulose entered the portals of Christ College as a young and aspiring teenager on 15 June 1989 as a faculty in the Department of Physics and Electronics. In 1992, Sir headed the Department of Electronics and MCA, and further headed the Department of MCA and Statistics. From the day he joined till date, Sir has been a perfectionist. Don't you all agree? I think we as students do agree that Sir is a perfectionist and never compromised on his expectations. It's now my pleasure to invite Dr. Ashok Emmanuel, HOD Department of Computer Science, to share some fond memories cherished over the years with our professor.
When I joined in 2005 and in Block 2, first floor, I had a walk with the Sir. And there were tough times because my daughter was very young and very difficult to cope up with the new subjects and family, new family, all those problems were there. So I turned to Sir for some sympathy and empathy, and I told him, Sir, I'm having a very rough days these days. It's very difficult to prepare my papers, subjects, nothing. I expected some kind of kind words, soothing words, and all those things. On the contrary, he simply turned to me and said, I have 2 daughters. That's it. Nothing else he said. For a very long time, this was bothering me. What did he really mean by that? I just have 2 daughters when I'm talking about complaining about my problems. And long after that, I realized what he did to me. He never showed empathy or sympathy, but he challenged me. He said, I have 2 daughters. I have crossed the roads what you have crossed. So it is now your turn to put up yourself and then shine. That's what he did. And thank you, Sir, because each one of us who are seated here would share some memory about you in this regard. When I thought about Sir, he was never a still lake, not even still waters you can compare to him. He was a rough river. And you know what does the river do? It has a lot of stones, right? We fall into the river as stones. But because we are being battered left and right, by the end of the river, we all becomes very smooth stones, pebbles, ready for adorning wherever we are. That's what Sir has done to almost everybody who has come in contact. He was rough. He made us to struggle, but eventually he made us adorable pieces of smooth, beautiful pebbles. Not to say that Shoni sir is now heading the department in NCR. Shamiksha ma'am, she is the head of Lavasa campus. And Deepthi ma'am, now she has become a head of the department. I have also become head of the department. So eventually we could see that each and every one has become a beautiful stone bearing his name, Adoni. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now let's hear what our professors, former students have to share. So we have Norton Stanley, the core committee member of the Alumni Association, representing the alumni, to share a few words with us.
Thank you, Chancellor. Good morning, everyone. I'm Norton Stanley. So I did my BSc Computer Science and my MCA here at Christ. So my first meeting with JP sir was back in 2003. And yeah, like it would have been for most of you, for me too, it didn't go very well. And eventually, I got to know sir better when I was doing my MCA. That's when he started teaching us. So he used to teach us microprocessor and digital logic, as most of you would know. And I have this habit of studying just one day before the exam. So when it came to MUPI paper, I know the exam was on a Monday, the final exam was on a Monday, and Sunday I take the book to basically read through and study. And then I just realized that there was nothing to study at all. And I was actually scared if I'm missing out on something or whatever. Then I went and wrote the exams and gave the paper well. And that's when my respect for JP sir kind of increased double fold. The way he had taught, I really did not have to study at all. And that's how powerful he was with his subject and the way he used to teach us as well. And the way he molded us was really great. And all that we are today, I owe it all to JP sir. And I might be too young to say this, but wish you all the very best for your retired life. And thank you for all the guidance and support that you've given us. And I wish to have that continued support from you all through. And so during our orientation, there was one quote that JP sir said, which I still carry every time I walk into this campus. And that is like, he said that, there's a lot of beauty around here in this campus. Enjoy the beauty, but don't destroy it. And till date, I live to that. And thank you, sir. Thank you for all your support.
Thank you, Sam. Memories never fade. It leaves a lasting impression in all our minds. To felicitate and celebrate the dedicated service of Sir and bid farewell, I now call upon Ms. Tracy, Vice President, Mr. Sinod Sakaria, the Treasurer, and Mr. Sudeep, Core Committee Member of the Alumni Association, for the felicitation. Request Sir to please come forward. Sure. Signifying respect and gratitude for all the years of service rendered by our professor, we have Tracy, the Vice President, doing the honor. Memento, a gift for being a great motivator and bringing out the best in all of us. The garland symbolizes purity, peace, love, and passion. Be dedicated for your relentless service, sir. Thank you, sir.
Year, academic year 1997. I was in my second year of BSc. That's when all the students were in the department. As usual, bad boys of the town were summoned, questioned.
And no wonder my name is there in the list. There was a lot of changes in the way we used to do things. We didn't know why. And it was not a welcome move for many of the students. It said that the first impression is the best impression. I already heard from many that was not the case. But the most important thing is, when I look back, the first impression need not be always the best impression, because it takes time to build a department, an institution, and even more time to inculcate culture. The first thing a leader should vouch for is change, and JP sir came with a vision of changes. And it was not changes for the sake of changes. There was an objective, a vision, and a strategy. The objective was very clear. Computer science department of Price College should be the #1 in Bangalore. Mind you, the strategy was not his personal thought. It was an institution's strategy, or rather an organizational strategy. His plan had the stamp of Price College's vision statement, excellence in service, that was laid out very crystal clear in all his execution plans. Now, having thought about strategy, it's also important to note that, as they say, strategy without execution is called hallucination. While we got into the final year of BSc, many of us, very specifically me, got to the agreement that hard work is a must. You have to survive. And to be aligning to Sir's plan and achieving excellence in the overall department. Even without being aware, we were driving through his execution plan. It was quite acceptable for him to be a taskmaster, keep driving a plan with strict guidelines in place. But JP sir never wanted to remain in his office just overseeing. He was a servant leader. He was at your service all the time. He was in touch with students than anybody else. He understood the problems at the root level, and he always had the solutions. I remember a set of students had a challenge in the computer lab. I think we installed Visual Studio, which was very new at that time. And then some of the old configurations of the computer lab couldn't take it or run it properly. Students approached him and said, "So we have this concern." First question was, "Don't you have the Borland C++ compilers with which you can keep continuing?" So the students, while returning, a little sadly though, they also saw Felicitation, who was in charge of the lab, walking towards Sir's cabin. In not much time, the configurations were updated, things were sorted out. And the servant leader understands his folks, and he's always open for feedback. He may not give you the sense that he has taken the feedback from you, but he listens, and he definitely takes corrective actions. It's one thing to be serving as the HOD of a newly established computer science department and driving excellence, but to see the larger picture and to grow this department over the years takes drive, and it has to be driven for hard miles. Not just BSc computer science. I think we talked about it. Over 33 years, he was instrumental in creation of many programs. He initiated the fast track BCA program. It is in his leadership we resulted the achievement of 11 plus years of #1 in BCA. We started MSc Data Science in Christ in 2018, and look at the number of students and the alumni who are well placed. He managed scale of his department with ease while having no compromise philosophy on quality. Transformational leadership, the ability to grow and change as the organization scales, that's a special one. Many of us already talked about his personal connectedness. Then Nancy, Missy, and Gianna here, we were all part of the extended family. Everyone sitting here has a hotline to JP sir. He will be with you in celebrations. He will be backing you in case of failures, and he will be sitting next to you if there is a tragedy. It's very easy to connect, and that's one of the biggest tenets of a great leader, personally. No compromise strategy with respect to excellence. If you happen to be one among the top performers in your batch, then his ask will be to be number one. If you are number one in class, the ask will be to be number one in university. And if you are number one in university, the expectation will be to maintain that until college. Some of our batches were very active in the university fest. And we used to come back and say, so the runner-up, you wouldn't see a happy face. He wanted us to be always first. The leader in him always challenges you to go to the next level of excellence, just like Ashok said. The head of the Department of Computer Science and Data Science is a title. For most of us, he's been a wonderful teacher. Many of the alumni and faculty, he has been a great mentor. For the institution, he has been a great visionary, a strategist, and an execution master. For few of us, he's been a father figure, and when the situation demands, he will take a go at you. But most of the time, he's a very humble human being. Person of all these attributes, sir, I'd like to make sure that I call you a true leader. And I will end my study on leadership, this case study on leadership, with this last comment. When MS Dhoni steps aside as captain of Chennai Super Kings, the fans will feel it. So for a while, it will be evident the leader will be missed. Your absence will be felt, be it in staff meetings, be it in alumni meetings, be it for the institution, will miss a great visionary and your service, be it in your microprocessor class, sir. And more importantly, including me, a lot of computer science alumni, when we walk into this college, we are only mostly headed to one direction. That is the PG floor, first floor. But I'm very sure I'm going to make that mistake next time I come to college. But sir, that's quite okay. And I sincerely wish we could meet there even in the next years. But as you warm up for your second inning, sir, let me tell you this, we will miss you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sudhir sir, for sharing the life journey of our professor. It gives me great pleasure to invite the stalwart of our association, Mr. Krishnan, to share his enriching experience with our professor and the roadmap of our association. Over to Mr. Krishnan.
Thank you, Jansi. Good morning to all of you. I'm Krishnan. I've been associated with this university for a very long time. 1996 to 99 is when I and my batch completed our MCA course. And to this day, we are connected with Professor Paulose because he has never allowed us to be disconnected. Right? So, like everyone of us have been speaking volumes and volumes of his connection with people. He has molded us not just through his teachings, not just through his microprocessors, yeah, and other stuff, but as a holistic learning package. Students who come and learn from him come out as polished people ready for the rest of their lives, whether it's university, whether it's a professional career, whether it's something higher studies. You always come out as a rounded, well-rounded package. So to me, he has been a guide. He has been a brother, yeah, and he has been obviously a teacher, but lot more than that. He has taught me how to be a good leader, how to show inclusive leadership,
diversity. This was not mentioned just by me, but also by people from my class who have explicitly asked me to mention, so you are a role model for inclusive leadership, for encouraging diversity, for encouraging everyone, for looking at people's weakness and strengthening that, for looking at people's strengths and strengthening those strengths as well. Right? So it has been a pleasure, a role model, to have a role model like you, which we emulate, who we emulate in our daily lives, in our professional lives as well. And you have been the single most reason for this Alumni Association to exist, for us to come back here year after year. Yeah, and absolutely, it has been a pleasure to be having you, and it's a privilege to have studied under you. Having said that, yeah, it is only apt that we leave a lasting legacy in the name of the person we adore and respect and honor this much. Right? And therefore, it is my pleasure to announce, and we've been doing this, all of the alumni know it. It is my pleasure and honor to announce the intention that we want to institute a chair in the name of Professor Joy Paulose, a chair that will continue for his values. His values have always been care, genuinely care, right? Not simply care as in just like that, but genuinely care for people, genuinely encourage people, genuinely mold people, and these will be the tenets of the activities of this chair that we intend to establish. It is not yet established, let me be frank, but it is our, and we have started activities in collecting funds for this kind of an endowment. This has been going on for some time in the past years, but now we want to institutionalize it and make it a formal chair per se. And then the activities of the chair will focus on excellence, promoting excellence in both students and in faculty. So meritorious awards, scholarships, stipends, research assistantships for meritorious students, for teachers, for professors, to promote excellence. Yeah, that is the key out here. And to really leave a lasting legacy which will always care for deserving students, deserving faculty. Right? There should be no, I mean, this is a change in mindset in our country, at least, where education comes at a cost. Everyone has to save for their education. One knows that if you don't have money, you don't get good education. Although the right to education is enshrined in our constitution, equal right to education is not really the reality. Right? And through tiny steps as these, and I underline the word tiny, these are still tiny steps. Through tiny steps like these, we as responsible citizens of this nation should try to change our mindset, our culture towards, let's say, creating a unanimous or uniform equal opportunity society, at least for education, because all prosperity begins with education. Right? And corruption, we always talk wipe out corruption. Where do we start? We start through good education, through good values. And then I am proud today to say that I've been a student of this glorious university, and this glorious professor has molded me into such a person. So in his name, we would intend to set up a chair, an endowed chair, which will year after year contribute towards these activities. I encourage all of you, let's say future alumni who are sitting here. I know there are many alumni in this audience and in the online audience that we have, right? And there are future alumni as well sitting out here. I encourage you to take active part in setting up this future community of tomorrow for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And we really wish that this chair will be instituted very soon in the name of our professor. Farewell is an emotional roller coaster where you're happy about your achievements in your life, and at the same time sad, because this is the day you have to say goodbye to your friends and the Christ-like family. I now invite our professor, Dr. Joy Paulose, to share a few words with us.
respected Father Vice Chancellor, other dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, my dear friends and my dear children. This because maybe this is the last time that I may be able to address you people as children. But here my present students are also sitting here, and my dear family. Father repeatedly told that don't make me emotional. I'm very happy for the retirement because I'm not very emotional. During the last maybe around 10 days time, programs, parties, and then farewell speeches, felicitations, all these have happened. And to all the people I told, I'm very happy. Yes, I stand here with a heart full of thankfulness. First of all, let me thank God because it is His grace that I am in front of you people. It is His grace that made me an instrument, if at all I have done something to the society to make me do that. So, a big thank you to Almighty. Secondly, let me thank all the people who talked so gracefully, so nicely about me, starting from Vice Chancellor. And okay, the prayer song today came. Okay, that is my theme of today's talk to you people. Thank you. Starting from Vice Chancellor to each and every one of you people. I don't want to name many people because one thing that happens is the person who sits there, the first batch of my PME, that is when I joined in 88, I start the student. He's now, I looks maybe older than me. Then the first batch of MCA, there are many people here, starting from trustee on the dais, and so many pioneer batches of the different programs. That is the CME, PCA, MSc, MPhil, MSc Computer Science and Applications, MSc Data Science, MSc Statistics. I'm able to remember many of them. There were 19 students for the first batch of the MPA. 20 we had admitted, one left in. And I took over in between, as Father called, first director, first in charge, and all the different people. I was given a task, but I knew nothing about computer science. Even now I tell to all the people, first time when I address the people, the illiterate HOD of computer science. I'm not from computer science. I'm sorry, the first batch when I took up, they were so united. And the other people, all people will tell, united in one principle that if man is coming there, he will oppose. I still remember all those days when we spent a lot of time, even after 4 o'clock, even after 7 o'clock, even after 8 o'clock, till 10 p.m. in the night, because the lab was open till that time. And these students of the pioneer batches, the first batch, second batch, third batch, everybody with name, I can remember. And the trajectory through which we have undergone, the ups and downs, the pains, the arguments, the shoutings, all those things. People arguing into my room and telling me that, no, this is not the way to do it. All those things are there effect in my life. But with all those difficulties, I salute those students who made this institution as it is today, because yesterday I was telling to my PhD scholars that none of the students never revolted against the institution. We made lot of changes, lot of transition, painful situations for the children. Yes, they have tried. They have, sometimes they have decided, okay, this is the last day I will quit. Yesterday, I came across a situation where some 3-4 people told in the meeting that we stood in front of Central Bank and told that we will not come back to this institution. But all those three are back in the institution. All those three are back in the institution. That's what I was told. So turbulence was there. I'm not denying that it was not there. But at the end of the day, there was always glorious moment. Why I say that one is, the first batch when I took charge, it was 50% failure. With all due respect, I would like to repeat that one. And by the time 50% failures, okay, remember that they have failed in the first semester. By the time they came out, it was 50% distinction with third rank of the university coming to Christ College. That is the type of tremendous work they did to transform this institution, to transform this department. It's not my work. I will say it is their hard work. But sometimes we would have made them or maybe given the direction that this is how you have to go. There is no, you may not see, taste that cup of tea which will be waiting and the glorious moments which will come later stage. And when it came to the third batch of MCA, all the 5 ranks announced by the Bangalore University was with Christ College there. And I think Krishnan is part of that one. Second batch we came immediately to first rank, and the third batch we reached. From that time, we have never looked back. It is not easy. Yes, as Sudeep told, okay, I will take him as one of the, from the parable, the prodigal son. Because I don't want to say what was all those things. It was like that. I got a list from mathematics department that when I took charge again, first it was MCF, then undergraduate. I got a list. There was 3 people. One was me. The other names I don't want. So they are one is in England, I hope. The other one is now. One is also 4 were there. One is in America. All good qualities were listed by the other teachers. And I felt that, oh, these are tough guys. What to do? How to go? I never called those people. All the other students I met. Then these people became restless. Well, they are not doing well. And one day in the fire, that is the fire of the second block, these people came. Sir, you called all the other people. Why you got not called to us? That journey started with the prodigal sons like that way. And those are shining stars of the department. Now, I don't want to say what happened in between. It happened, but they became shining stars. It is their work. But there was something missing sometimes. It may be sometimes a solving, sometimes maybe a pat on the back, sometimes a kick at the back. Something was missing sometimes. And when we are able to give that right touch at the right moment of time, things will change. That is what probably we as teachers have done to this institute. It is not my, there are stalwarts sitting here, like Jane Matthew sir is there, TV Joseph is there, Mayama is there, Tomi sir has come, Geeta is there. These are all people who contributed for the glory of the MCA program. That's why they are here today. It's not me, it's there. Because I was not a teacher, probably, because I did not know what to teach from in computer science. So that love of science, or maybe that is what flowing out of my heart today to each and every one of you who contributed. To each and every one of you. And the staff community. Today I was talking, yesterday I was telling, because yesterday when handed me over of ceremony to my successors, that is Dr. Ashok and Deepti Madam was telling, it was there in the evening at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. I told, I'm so thankful to each and every one of you people because none of the teachers told me as colleagues, mind your business. I know what to do. Not even a single. That was the glory of my colleagues. That is, I salute them also because they or too, as he told, would have undergone through the turbulence. Yes. But at the end of the day, we are all together to celebrate the achievement. We have achieved a lot, and we always feel that that is what we see today. Now, computer science programs are not the least. When we Google search, okay, Christ University will come up the first one if we search for computer science program. So, thank you each and every one of you people for making this institution, this department, probably the best. I would like to thank my family also because my wife is the one who never told no to whatever my decisions, supported throughout. And my children, both my daughters, they did not give me too much trouble. So, as I told, probably, I don't know, I don't remember what Ashok told with my mother, I had told like that all. But maybe the two daughters did not give me much trouble. But they told that sometimes they told, I don't get much attention from you as father. My firm commitment was when I'm with my so many other children, God will bless them. God will reward them. That's with that firm belief only, I have sent my both the daughters away from my home and we are peacefully living. Because I know if there is any problem coming, there will be somebody else to support them. And they will be taken care of. So many times we say that when my second daughter left, I called, see, 5 years back when she went for higher studies and she shifted to the hostel, I told, we have married our both the daughters and we are starting our second honeymoon. So that goes on. That goes on and on. That is what we are today. So I do not know how much time. Oh, it's already late, I hope, because there are so many informal activities and informal programs to continue. That is what I was told. So we are late. As a teacher, it was again a tough time, right from day one onwards. Christ College, I always say, was not famous. It was notorious. It was, okay, not it is. It was notorious. My wife and my fight only for one thing. She says Josephite. I'm a Christian. So you can imagine what is the type of fight that would have happened. Our elders know, or people, okay, Sandeep and all know, when there is a football match happening in the grounds of Christ College, damn sure that there will be a fight between Christites and Josephites. Now, still that legacy continues. But I have told that now Joseph is no more comparable with Christ. So, that is how probably the institutions have also come into our personal life. But still, okay, it was always a decent fight, not a verb. It's only maximum a verbal fight, not more than that. So there are so many things which comes to my mind, nostalgic. Everything, okay, I take it as it. Life, let me also take it as it comes. Okay, today I say goodbye to Christ University. I need to take rest. I was telling all the people that what is next? I have to slow down my mind as my body has already slowed down. Okay, today is the anniversary of my getting admitted into St. John's. Last year, April 30th, I got admitted because I was affected by corona. I still remember how the alumni president morning came to my house and gave 2 loaves of bread, just keeping it at the window and then going to my parish priest and telling that this is the situation, we have to do something. And then everything went on. It was a difficult time. I got messages from all over the world. Father VC called me, Father, former VCs called me, and all those things. They gave the courage to fight. Yes, I still remember, I thought, I'm a fighter. I did that. Yes. So, it has affected me physically a little bit. So, I need to regenerate myself in terms of my body, mind. Okay, I have to make it slow down a little bit so that the body and mind synchronize. So this is the time for me to take a little bit of rest. So bowing my head in front of God once again and throughout my life, and at the same time bowing my head to each and every student, each and every parent, each and every one of my colleagues, each and every one of my administrators, and whoever with whom I have associated. A big thank you to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Your dedication, patience, and kindness will never be forgotten. I don't think we could have had a better teacher or a professor than you. We thank you for everything that you have done for us, and we wish a relaxed and wonderful retired life. I now invite Ms. Manju Matthew, Mr. Ronnie Joseph, Ms. Vinita Rajgopal, and Mr. Krishnan from the 3rd batch of MCA for a special felicitation. Honorable VC, Dr. Father Abraham, Dr. Joel Paulose, all the dignitaries on the dais, respected teachers, and my dear friends. 25 years back, when we were in this campus, we were wondering, seeing this man running around, being the life of computer science department, whether he's having a family. But soon we realized that he was married firstly to Ms. Celine, and then second wife, computer science department of Christ University. Sir, your dedication, your commitment, and your sacrifice gave us this life. He was a model of excellence in his service, but he made a change. When MCA started, he made a change in the definition of excellence. We studied that excellence is walking an extra mile beyond the expectation. He changed walk to run and an extra mile to many, many more miles. So he made us run
extra, many more miles, and that is how the third batch achieved first 5 ranks in the university. We were feeling how ruthless he is, pressurizing us, stressing us on excelling, not just in technical stuff. You know about his perfection in assignments, seminars, UP lab, and not just that, he made us do excel in the newsletter, gateways, all kinds of events. But we tasted the sweetness like we taste amla. The bitterness was here when we studied, but we tasted the sweetness when we entered the corporate world. He tested us in fire. We are not melting or burning in the sun outside. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam rightly said, a teacher is someone who shapes career, character, and a future individual. Sir, you shaped our life, and I stand here with the emotions of 30 students of 1996 MCA batch with sincere gratitude and wishes, sir. Thank you so much.
Sir is giving you a challenge. Find out who's the oldest amongst us.
Thank you. I now request Mr. Jimmy to escort the dignitaries to the front row as we are on for an audio-visual treat.
Hello, this is Srinivas Bhogle. I'm sorry I can't be present today to greet Professor Joy Paulose on his last day at Christ University. It has been a remarkable innings and he has achieved so much and done so much for the college and the university. He has much to be proud of. I was sorry also that I couldn't attend the last Board of Studies meeting, again for certain reasons that were beyond my control. When I look back to my association with Professor Joy Paulose, it starts almost 30 years ago. I remember it was some day around 1990. I was those days a scientist at the National Aerospace Laboratories, and as usual I was quite busy in the lab and moving around here and there. And when I returned, I found a gentleman waiting for me patiently for well over an hour. My colleagues told me that this is Professor Joy Paulose and he's waiting to meet you. I was upset that I kept him waiting, but we soon got talking. Professor Joy Paulose asked me whether I would agree to be a teacher for the newly started MCA program of then Christ College. By then, I had already started teaching MCA courses at Central College and then probably also at BMS College. So when Joy Paulose asked me if I would be happy to teach at Christ College, I was happy to accept immediately. And these proved to be wonderful years of association with Christ College, which went on to become Christ University. I think we had some wonderful years teaching, interacting with students, meeting so many students. And in a matter of years, it became evident to everyone that amongst all the MCA programs being offered in Bangalore, Christ College's program was by far the best. And I'm not surprised. In large measure, this was because of the tremendous effort, ability, dedication, perseverance, affection, loyalty. I run out of adjectives, but all these adjectives are great definitions of Joy Paulose. I'm sad that he's leaving because he did so much for the college, and sometimes you do wish that people never have to retire. They should go on and on. But then I'm myself a retired person. I've been retired now for almost 5 years. So let me reassure Joy Paulose that retirement is not a bad thing. In fact, there are many other things in life that you now have an opportunity to sort of take a leap forward in. Years can be wonderful. We do need to take care of our health, of course. But if you're disciplined and committed, I'm sure that happens. So let me join all of you in congratulating Joy Paulose on a remarkably successful innings, on a life of great contributions, on a life of achievement, on a life of inspiration to a large number of students. On behalf of the students and on behalf of his other colleagues, we want to thank him once again. I've personally enjoyed my association with him. To me, even now, Christ College or Christ University, the first name that I think of is Joy Paulose. I rather believe it's going to be the same in the future as well. So all the very best to Professor Joy Paulose. I wish you many wonderful years of happiness, accomplishment, peace of mind, etc. in the future. Goodbye.
Good morning, all of you. I remember Joy Paulose sir as a big-hearted man with a broad smile and a huge commitment towards the institution. I always believe people make a big difference in any institution, and Joy Paulose is a live example for that. He has built the computer science department like his own baby. I remember in late 90s and the early 2000s, getting good teachers for computer science courses was quite difficult. So he could get Sudhamurthy Madam, Srinivas Bogle sir, Chidambar sir, Dr. R. Virupaksha sir, to name a few. To get all those stalwarts was always a difficult task, but Joy Paulose wanted the best teachers to teach his students. And also his efforts to get the skill set to his students, whatever is the expectation of the industry, was enormous. I always enjoyed his company, and also I will always remember the wonderful hospitality that he always offered when we used to come for guest lecturing at Christ College. Sir, already you have come to retirement age. Last time when I met, you were looking quite young. It was a surprise for me that you are getting retired. But still, sir, I pray God to grant you good health, happy and peaceful retired life, sir. Catch you soon, sir. Joy Paulose, sir.
A special note of thanks to Dr. Srinivas Bogle and Dr. Guru Prasad for sending their messages across, and a special note of thanks to the hands who worked in putting them together. I now invite Mr. Matthew Chandy, a core committee member of the Alumni Association, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone, and also good morning, good evening to all those who have joined us from all over the world today. On behalf of the Computer Science alumni, I feel honored and privileged to be given the opportunity to propose the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I thank the Almighty Lord for His blessings and grace in making this event a grand success. First and foremost, I would like to express our gratitude and special thanks to our beloved HOD,
Professor Joy Paulose and his family. We are doctors over here for accepting our invitation and being present with us here today. And even today, Joy Paulose, sir, when he spoke, he gave a lot of new tips, for example, the leadership, the parenthood, and the family lessons. I would take away many of those things back into life. So you're obviously, whenever we meet you, you always have something for us. Today also. I would like to thank our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Father Abraham Metiango, for his support and guidance in organizing this event. As the Christ University Alumni President, Mr. Jugnu Oberoi has been a guiding light and an inspiration for each one of the alumni members and students. Thank you, Mr. Jugnu Oberoi, for your gracious presence here today and some good thoughts which you shared with us. I'm indeed grateful to all our current and former faculty members who have taken time to raise this equation with their presence. Now, an event of this dimension cannot happen overnight. We are very fortunate on the alumni side to be backed by a team of very motivated staff led by Deepthi ma'am and Sibu Siriak sir, supported by an enthusiastic computer science students who helped us in organizing this event. My sincere thanks to Dr. Ashok Emmanuel, the Associate HOD of Computer Science, and our alumni core group, headed by our CS alumni President, Juni Joseph, Vice President Tracy, and Krishnan, Sudeep, and all the rest of the core committee members in their tireless effort in organizing this event. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all the alumni members for their generous contributions and pledges towards instituting the chair in the name of our dear Professor Joy Paulose. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. I now invite all the faculty members of the Department of Computer Science and Statistics for a farewell song.
Just as you all heard, we also heard this morning that this was the anniversary of Sir getting admitted to hospital. To my knowledge, at least twice he was admitted in the hospital. And I remembered the psalmist's verse which says, "Though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I shall not fear evil." That's exactly what the JP says. He did not fear any evil, neither then nor never. So we pray and we bless Sir that he will see his children's children. That's our blessing. And I invite all of you to join with us with the song, especially the chorus. When we sing the chorus, I want all of you to just rise to your feet and sing along with us. It's a very easy chorus. We'll join and we'll sing, till we meet, God be with you.
God be with you till we meet again. By his counsels guide uphold you. With his sheep in love now enfold you. God be with you till we meet again. God be with you till we meet again. God be with you till we meet again. Neath his wings protecting hide you. Daily manna still provide you. God be with you till we meet again. You can all join. Till we meet, till we meet, till we meet at Jesus' feet. Till we meet, till we meet. God be with you till we meet again. God be with you till we meet again. When life's perils they confound you, put his arms unfailing round you. God be with you till we meet again. Till we meet, till we meet, till we meet at Jesus' feet. Till we meet, till we meet. God be with you till we meet again. God be with you till we meet again. Keep love's banner floating o'er you. Smite death's threatening way before you. God be with you till we meet again. Till we meet, till we meet, till we meet at Jesus' feet. Till we meet, till we meet. God be with you till we meet again. Till we meet, till we meet, till we meet at Jesus' feet. Till we meet, till we meet. God be with you till we meet again.
Thank you to all our teachers for that special rendition. Now, the floor is open to anybody who would like to share some memories about Sir. Anyone who's interested can come forward. Alumni, faculty, current students, online also. Anybody is interested can share. So we have.
Hi guys. You all wondering who am I, right? And sir is looking at me like the same look he gives when the program is not executed. It's like, what the heck is this guy gonna talk now? Okay, myself Karim, and I'm 2010-13 batch MCA pass out. Even though I passed out, I never left Christ. I think almost every weekend I'm here. Almost every weekend for almost 10 years. Okay. My story is not about how good a teacher is. You all know, right? Mine is a bit personal. Is it okay to say? No. Yeah, not that. Something. Just kidding. There is no that. Okay, so I'll take few minutes. Okay, so I am from Kasaragod. Okay, so Kasaragod is a place where it's bordered to Mangalore. So being from that place, I didn't know any English. I stayed in Kannada medium school, right? So I came to Bangalore, Christ University to study English actually. But Christ University is so multicultural, so multilinguistic that I studied many languages, C, C++, HTML, right? Yeah. So when I came for the interview, that's the first time I met JP Sir, 2010, May 17, maybe Central Block, I guess. So I didn't know I don't know who is right. So when I came for the interview, they told next is you, go inside this room. I went, somebody sitting there, I don't know, right? And the first is like he through the spec, he looked at me like this. And he asked a lot of questions. Thankfully, I got admitted. That little, I didn't know that he's the HOD of the campus that time. So first time he came to the class, maybe 2 days, right? He started teaching MP, Microprocessor. We didn't know the name of each other that second day, right? But we knew complete instruction set of Microprocessor. That's how he was teaching, right? There was one incident, remember, someone, I won't say his name, Mervin. There is no Mervin in our class. I'm just playing safe game, okay? So he asked a question, instruction set, right? And he didn't answer and he told not much, right? He gave only write the instruction set 200 times. That was a punishment. And that fellow actually did it 198 times and he thought he won't get caught. But JP sir is so strict, you know, right? He counted and it came 198 times and he re-punished him saying that now write 202 times, okay? I'll come to my story, okay? This I'm setting some base to make it funny, but so what happened, like I had some financial struggles when I was studying here, okay? So there were some days where I didn't eat food for 1 or 2 days. I don't know how many days. So what happened, like in the classroom, so the HR class, human resource, I fell down because I don't know what happened. I fell down from the class. And after a few minutes, when I woke up, I'm in the staff room that launched, block 2, right? So all I see is a sandwich in front of my eyes. Okay, that was like a life for me, that sandwich, okay? And then that's how JP sir, till now JP sir was just a teacher for me, that's all, okay? And that's how JP sir came to know about me, that maybe I come from that whatever it is, right? So then one day he called me to his cabin and told, tomorrow onwards, your food is sorted, okay? Go to Joe Smith, some of you know that, like go to Joe Smith for breakfast, lunch and dinner, okay? So what happened, like like the greatest thing a man can do, right, is to feed hunger. And he did that for me, right? So I am like grateful to him, like ever in my life, right? I'm sorry, I'm a bit nervous now because that's popping up, right? So, sir, what you did for me is like, wherever I'm standing here now, it's because of what you did that day. There are so many people who helped me in my life, and he's one name I'll be carrying in my name forever. So thank you so much, JP sir, and you are like a like blessing in my life. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Dear JP sir, may the rest of your life be the best of your life. We pray that this will be a new beginning. May your hope arise and your vision be a guide. May a new rhythm emerge, one that forms a beautiful balance between rest and engagement, while your active workdays are left back as sweet memories with a lasting shadow on your present and future forever. Thank you. Over to Yash and Gauri to continue the program. Hello, everyone. Now, I, Gauri Kanodia,
And I, Yash.
will take you to the next phase of the program.
Sorry, don't you think goodbyes are so sad? Like today, we have to bid farewell to one of our first teachers in Christ, our Guru, and our HOD sir, Dr. Joy Paulose.
I know it is, Yash, but you know what they say? Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
That's actually very true. There's another saying that goes like, it's not the end of a book, but the beginning of a new chapter.
Exactly my point, Yash. So why don't we fill this day with happy memories so that this farewell becomes a takeaway of unforgettable moments and the beginning of a joyous new journey for some.
our alumni so far have put together a great show along with our faculty and current batch of students. This occasion means as much to us as it does to Sir himself. It's a celebration, and as a part of this, a host of cultural programs are lined up. So, without further ado, let's welcome our first performance of the event. I request the audience to sit back, relax, and enjoy.
There are shortcuts to happiness. Dancing is one of them. Dancers convey a way of range of emotions and narrate a history or a story in an engaging way. Music plays an important role in bringing this art form to life, and it's an integral part of the dance.
So, get ready for a whirlwind of joy and excitement brought to us by our very talented crew, Arambha.
படுமாங்கா உரட்டுங்கோ தை சாதம் ரெடி பண்ணுங்கோ வடுமாங்கா உரட்டுங்கோ தை சாதம் ரெடி பண்ணுங்கோ பட்ட மாமி கிட்ட வாடி மொட்டை மாடி பட்டல் நாண்டி அடி சும்மா நம்ம பெத்த விட்டாளா சும்மா நம்ம பெத்த விட்டாளா வடுமாங்க உரட்டுங்கோ தை சாதம் ரெடி பண்ணுங்கோ ಮಂಕತ ಲೇಡಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಕರೆವಾಡಿ ತಮ್ಮ ತುಂಡ ತಾಡಿ ನೀ ಕುಮರಿ ಪುಟ್ಟ ಪೋಡಿ ಮಂಕತ ಲೇಡಿ ತಮ್ಮ ಕರೆವಾಡಿ ತಮ್ಮ ತುಂಡ ತಾಡಿ ನೀ ಕುಮರಿ ಪುಟ್ಟ ಪೋಡಿ இது என்ன சுமை தாங்கியா அந்த சுமையத்தான தாங்கவா அம்மா உங்க அம்மா நம்ம சேர்த்து வைப்பாளா அம்மா உங்க அம்மா நம்ம சேர்த்து வைப்பாளா
That was a truly energizing performance, mesmerizing and totally engaging. An opening performance like this has raised my expectation tenfold from the rest of the show.
I understand, Gauri, and I believe that it's not just you, but everyone here is eagerly waiting for the next performance. Music, once admitted to the soul, becomes a part of spirit and never dies.
With Christ-like spirit intact, let's march forward into the soulful bliss of vocals and instruments brought to us by none other than Prabhu Sir and his band.
I'm going to sing a song in 5 different languages.
என் காதலே என் காதலே நீ என்ன சொல்ல போகிறாய் நான் ஓவியன் என்று தெரிந்தும் நீ ஏன் கண்ணிரண்டு கேட்கிறாய் சிலுவைகள் சிறகுகள் ரெண்டில் என்ன தரப்போகிறாய் கிள்ளுவதை கிள்ளிவிட்டு ஏன் தள்ளி நின்று பார்க்கிறாய் ஏன் காதலே ஏன் காதலே நீ என்ன சொல்ல போகிறாய் நான் ஓவியன் என்று தெரிந்தும் நீ ஏன் கண்ணிரண்டு கேட்கிறாய் ஓ சாந்தி சாந்தி ஓ சாந்தி என் உயிரை உயிரை நீ ஏந்தி ஏன் சென்றாய் சென்றாய் என்னை தாண்டி இனி நீதான் எந்த நந்தாரி நெஞ்சுக்குள் பெய்திடும் மாமலை நீருக்குள் மூழ்கிடும் தாமரை சற்றென்று மாறுது வானிலை பெண்ணே உன் மேற்பிலை இல்லாமல் வீசிடும் பேரலை நெஞ்சுக்குள் நீந்திடும் காரகை பொன்வண்ணம் சூடிய காரிகை பெண்ணே நீ காஞ்சனை சித்திரம் கொத்தி மரியம் செம்பகம் சுண்டும் சிறியும் ஓ ஓ நவரத்னமூடும் கத்திடும் மயிலாலே முஞ்சொலி விழி தஞ்சமேறும் தஞ்சக பூமோலே முத்து நவரத்னமூடும் கத்திடும் மயிலாலே முஞ்சொலி விழி தஞ்சமேறும் தஞ்சக பூமோலே சித்த തിരം കൊട്ടി മറിയം ചെമ്പക ചുണ്ടും ചിരിയും ഉത്തമാമല തിരിയും സൂക്ഷ്മമിൽ താലേ കൊറിയും കണ്ടു മോഹിച്ച് സംഗതി കൊണ്ട് ദാഹിച്ച് എൻ മലരെ നമ്മളെല്ലാം രാജ്യക്കാരല്ലേ ഓ ഓ ഓ ലലല 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 La la la, la la la, la la la, la la. Madhura, Nayana, Madhura, Mauna, Vidiva, Prudaya, Iremadege, Osaba, Saidu, Rasakavya Vidu, ಇದಗಾಡಲು ಕವಿದೇಕೆ ನಗುವ ನಯನ ಮಧುರ ಮೌನ ಮಿರಿವ ಹೃದಯ ಹಿರೆಮಾದಿಗೆ ಹೊಸಬಾಸೈದು ರಸಕಾವ್ಯವಿದು ಇದಗಾಡಲು ಕವಿದೇಕೆ किसी रोज तुमसे मुलाकात होगी मेरे चांद बुझते मेरा साथ होगी मगर कब न जाने ये बरसातें होगी मेरा दिल से प्यासा मेरा दिल अकेला जरा तस्वीर से तू निकल के सामने आ मेरी महबूबा मेरा तकदीर है तू मचल के सामने आ मेरी महबूबा मेरी महबूबा मेरी महबूबा मेरी महबूबा मेरी महबूबा मेरी महबूबा जरा तस्वीर से तू निकल के सामने आ मेरी महबूबा मेरी महबूबा थैंक यू
I don't think I need to say this, but that was amazing. I didn't know Prabhu sir could sing, let alone in 5 different languages. Thank you so much, sir, and the band for giving us a marvelous performance. Thank you so much. I'd like to call Juby sir to make a quick announcement.
We have Father George Atapalli now from the first batch. Father, you can prepare for sharing your memory session. Before that, I would like to call Tommy Sebastian sir. Tommy sir, we would like to hear from you.
Hi, good afternoon. I do not know how many of you remember me. It's Tommy sir here who taught the first 10 batches I remember from 91 to 2000 of MCA, a subject which I'm sure you would have never put to use, that is accounting and finance. I don't know how many of you really understood the debit and credit those days. Anyway, my friend Joy, Celine, the family members, I was not prepared for this speech because we already gave my farewell speech day before yesterday. In fact, in my life, there are 2 JPs who have really affected my life, other than my own wife. Okay, she's not JP. We had and both are professors. In my college days, I had a professor by name J. Padmanabhan, Tamil Brahmin, and we used to fondly call him JP. He taught me both in my undergraduate and postgraduate studies. He taught me accounts in degree and taxation for my postgraduate study MCom. Until today, these are my two favorite subjects. Until today, I do teach taxation. So that's the influence that he had in my life as a student. Another JP came into my life when I came to take my profession here in Christ University, your beloved HOD and our beloved colleague, Professor Paulose. He touched my life in many ways, no doubt about it. But in one way, I still cherish, which I don't know whether he knows it. He used to demonstrate, I said it even before, he used to demonstrate that he speaks out whatever is there in his mind. He doesn't mince words. And at the same time, he takes care of his students and he never hurts them. I don't think, at least literally, he doesn't hurt them. So over a period of time, I also try to inculcate this habit and every time protect his colleagues. And he used to tell me, you should stand up for your colleagues. And that's what I have been practicing, at least as a head of the department for some years and as a dean of the school now, that always stand up for your colleagues. And so, JP sir, thank you. Like your own students, I don't know, many of them remember me, but just like what you did to your students, thanks for all that you did to my life as an academician and as also a good friend. And wish you a very happy and peaceful retired life. Thank you for this.
Now, Father George, it's your turn.
Respected dignitaries, our staff members, colleagues, and friends. JP sir used to call me a lot of times. This function is there, that function is there, Father, come. But I never came, except for the decennial of our batch. And I still keep that banyan which we had got for the decennial. I have brought it in fact, because of the lack of time, I just forgot to bring it from my room to this place. I mean, we cherish that MCA experience a lot. I do not know who we were when we joined the MCA batch. But I know one thing, this great saying, an army of rabbits led by a lion is stronger than an army of lions led by a rabbit. I am of the opinion that we had an army and the captain or the chief of that was a lion. He was great, and because of that greatness, he could make all of us lions. I'm very proud of that batch, the performance we had, the teachers we had, the way he had arranged all the things for our MCA program. We had great teachers. I remember one Chidambaram sir, Chidambara, and Annapurna ma'am, other names, I mean, my name memory is very bad. Srinivas Bhogle, and Toby sir, and Jade Matthew. Those people, they brought us up like anything. We were the first batch. I thought we were walking over the seashore, leaving some footprints. But later on, I could understand and verify that we were not walking over the seashore, but over a non-set concrete where our footprints were imprinted, through which a lot of other people traversed and reached great heights. As Tomi sir was saying, JP sir cared for us. I still remember we had played together football and cricket and so on. We had journeyed to his home. I remember at least twice for his daughter's birthday, second birthday, that's what I remember, second or third. Uh, we were there and we were like a family. We were about 24 in our batch, first batch. Huh? 19, 20. And even though we were only 19, that reminds me of the reply the lion had given to the fox. Fox teased the lion saying that you have only one cub. We generally get lots. And the lion said, yes, I have got only one, but it is a lion cub. We were lions. We were formed to be lions. We are very happy of that. And for the same reason, I know many of our MCA colleagues and the alumni are not able to come here because we all got long and great wings and we flew high and are at different corners of the world. JP sir, we are indebted to you. You have made our batch and the following batches. We wish you at this occasion all the best. I do not want you to retire because you are still young, the same one as we had seen in those days. Wishing you all, especially JP sir, a great life of more energetic work. Yes.
Thank you very much, sir, for those words. Now, heading on our show, Gauri, what do you think? Which mode of classes did you like better, online or offline?
Yes, to be honest, I was so afraid of attending offline classes. How will I complete the empty lab programs on time? And what if sir asked me a question? It was all a nightmare for me.
I know, right? The anxieties we had during online classes to turn on the camera, unmute the mic, and not to face a network issue. Honestly, those were nothing compared to when we switched to offline classes.
I'm already getting goosebumps. Hold on. Yash, why are we discussing that right now? What mischief are you cooking in your head now?
Honestly, I was thinking, how about we relive those moments with our alumni here? I would like to call upon Ruben as JP sir, Akarshi as Sagaya ma'am, Jonit as Arul sir, and Gyan Shubhadeep, Alisha, Logesh, and Rachit as students for a small performance to take us all back to our online and offline lectures with JP sir. Hope you all enjoy.
I'm very sure that all the alumni present here today would never have had an experience of online classes. So here is a small presentation of how our online classes were. Here we go.
Good morning, everybody. How many people have joined the class, Arul sir? How many are in the lobby?
Sir, 105 are joined. 7 are waiting in the lobby.
Eh? Why only so many people? Where's everybody gone?
Some are waiting in the room. Shall I let them join?
Yeah, let them in, let them in. 1 minute more. Kagaya madam, please share the screen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm sharing. Yes.
Okay. So once again, good morning all. Arul sir, lock the meeting. Okay. Everybody had breakfast? Jesh, why you didn't have breakfast? Unmute your video, man. I want to see your face.
Sir, I didn't have time.
Time. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's start. So far,
that's why I didn't have time. Sorry.
You being sorry to me, man. You didn't have breakfast. Okay. Anyway, far we were discussing the instructions. And anyone had any doubts? Any doubts till now? Respond in the chat box. No doubts. Everyone is clear with everything. Huh? No doubt. One question I will give, that time you will. No doubt. It's Rachit there. Rachit? Unmute your video, my dear. Why is it taking so long? Unmute your video. Let me see you. Now only you have to put shirt and all. Huh? Now you were putting shirt, no? Huh? Any doubts about yesterday's class? Anyone? Any doubts? So everyone has submitted the homework that was posted yesterday?
Sir, almost everyone has submitted. Only 3 or 4 are.
3 or 4 are still pending. Anyway. Okay, someone share the homework. Anyone volunteering or Suraj? Suraj, share your homework. Let me see. Suraj, did you leave the meeting? Are you still there?
Yes, sir.
Unmute your video. Let me see. Show me the homework.
Sir, can you see me?
Now I can see. You show me the homework, Suraj. Let me see.
Yes, sir. Sir, is it visible?
So much light, man. Get reduce the light a little. Get it a little closer. Let me see it. Okay. One person already left the meeting. 1-6. Vikash already left. As soon as I start calling people, they start leaving the meeting. Anyway, from Monday, you guys won't have online classes. No, I will see. I'll catch you all offline. Okay. Anyway, see you on Monday. Thank you. Bye.
Morning, everybody. Morning, sir. How are you all? Fine, sir. How's it being back to offline classes? Good, sir.
Anyway, as it was the first class, I thought let's not have any lecture. Remove a sheet of paper, we'll have to right there. Come on, make it fast. I will go out first. It's been 3 months. Basic instructions are there also you are doing it. You won't understand all this right now. You will think really is too strict and all. But you will realize this later. People have called this error also. Our Malayali students have found Juliet G than fire. It basically means life is good. Anyway, have you all written all your lab program? Remove it. Let me check that. How do you have to screen program to open on your own? All these programs you wrote, but you can make you. Tell me the truth, man. Don't lie to me. Tell me the truth. You have to give your response. No. You don't do it. Reach for you, don't reach me. Tell me that. Let's read it. So, where are you from? Actually, I learned C programming in you're getting my flow.
That was hilarious. Great effort by Ruben and his team. I've never witnessed so much hidden talent in one day. First, the amazing dance by our talented juniors, then the outstanding performance by Prabhu sir and the band, and now a classmates in acting JP sir so well. So what's next on your list, Yash?
Now it's the time for us to move forward. The event has been great so far, but don't be surprised if I tell you that the next performance is probably the best you'll ever witness.
Looks like some special event you're talking about.
Yes, let's welcome on stage Deepthi ma'am to uncover the surprise also.
Good afternoon. I think you all saw the video where JP sir was dancing. There also we were perfection. I hope Geeta ma'am is also here. For that particular Rector's Day, under his leadership, we won the first prize for that kitchen orchestra dance, which you saw in the beginning. And as sir always say, we are pioneer in doing things, the computer science department. So I would like to mention here that today actually Dr. Ashok Emmanuel is taking charge as HOD of computer science. And I'm also blessed to take charge of as HOD of statistics and data science. And we started our day. That's what I'm saying, we're pioneer. Ashok sir started singing, and I think we are going to, this HOD is going to try dancing for JP sir. So this is dedicated to you. And let me just quote, we are not professional dancers. It's just 2 days and we practiced, and we'll try to do a good performance and do justice to John's baby from first MCA, because he took a lot of effort in teaching these non-dancers, dance. So JP sir, Celine Chechi, Jian and Jissy, this is for all of you. Thank you.
ஏய் நான்டா இது சப்பா பீட்டு கொளுத்துக்கடா மஜாப்பா இதா ஏய் ரெடிடா வாடா பாத்தி கம்ப்ளீட் ஓகே ஓகே
like me.
Hey, yes, silk sata, nee weight kata, love sota sota, talk me.
Hey my dear macha, nee manase vacha, nama ore sikala, nenju jig jigga.
My dear Rani, yan dream lavani, nama onna sera, fire patti kircha.
Nama bichi pakko pota, murda pangu te vesta, nee mudaya rowdy baby.
You're my only girlfriend, I'll give you two gender, we'll make us new friend, baby.
ओरे पिया है, ओरे पिया उड़ने लगा क्यों मैं बाबुला रे, आया कहाँ से ये हौसला रे, ओरे पिया, ओरे पिया बाना बाना ताना बाना बुनती हवा है, बुनती हवा बूंदे भी दुआएं नहीं बाग यहाँ, साजिश में शामिल सारा जहां है, हर जर्रे जर्रे की ये इल्तिजा है, और पिया है, और पिया है, और पिया।
കരളേ കരളിന്റെ കരളേ എന്നോടൊന്നു ചിരിക്കൂ കിളിയേ മാനസ കിളിയേ വെറുതെ നിന്നു കിടുങ്ങാതെ
ഞാനില്ല നിന്നോട് കൂടാൻ, ഞാനില്ല നിൻ വിളി കേൾക്കാൻ.
അങ്ങനെ നീ കലമ്പാതടി കുറുമ്പി എന്റെ സ്നേഹിതയാണു നീ കരളേ കരളിന്റെ കരളേ എന്നോടൊന്നു ചിരിക്കൂ കിളിയേ മാനസ കിളിയേ വെറുതെ നിന്നു കിടുങ്ങാതെ ഓ ഫോറിൻ കാറിൽ ഡോളർ നോട്ടും കൊണ്ട് ആടി വിളിച്ചാൽ കൂട്ടിനു വരുമോ നീ
കുട്ടിനെന്നെ കിട്ടില്ലല്ലോ ചേട്ടാ, എന്റെ കരളിന്റെ വാതിൽ തുറക്കാതെ.
ഫോറിൻ കാറിൽ ഡോളർ നോട്ടും കൊണ്ട് ആടി വിളിച്ചാൽ കൂട്ടിനു വരുമോ നീ
കുട്ടിനെന്നെ കിട്ടില്ലല്ലോ ചേട്ടാ, എന്റെ കരളിന്റെ വാതിൽ തുറക്കാതെ.
അരുതേ പറയരുതേ എന്റെ സ്നേഹിതയാണു നീ
ഞാനില്ല നിന്നോട് കൂടാൻ, ഞാനില്ല നിൻ വിളി കേൾക്കാൻ.
അങ്ങനെ നീ കലമ്പാതടി കുറുമ്പി എന്റെ സ്നേഹിതയാണു നീ കരളേ കരളിന്റെ കരളേ എന്നോടൊന്നു ചിരിക്കൂ കിളിയേ മാനസ കിളിയേ വെറുതെ നിന്നു കിണുങ്ങാതെ ഓ
I'm pretty sure none of us wants that to end, but we will have to continue the show. So next up, we have Adit with his melodious voice to fill us with warmth and peace.
Go on, Adit.
Check, check. JP sir, few days back, I came to know one of your favorite songs. So it's called Airam Kannumai, and I'll be singing it to you. Dedicated to JP sir, Selin auntie, and Jisi Chechi. ആയിരം കണ്ണുമായി കാത്തിരുന്നു നിന്നെ ഞാൻ എന്നിൽ നിന്നും പറന്നകന്നൊരു പൈങ്കിളി മലർത്തേൻ കിളി പൈങ്കിളി മലർത്തേൻ കിളി തെന്നാലും മകളേകിയോ കുഞ്ഞു തുമ്പി തമ്പുരുമിയോ ഉള്ളിലെ മാമയിൽ നിലപ്പീലികൾ വീശിയോ എന്റെ ഓർമ്മയിൽ പൂത്തു നിന്നൊരു മഞ്ഞ മന്ദാരമേ എന്നിൽ നിന്നു പറന്നു പോയൊരു ജീവചൈതന്യമേ ആയിരം കണ്ണുമായി കാത്തിരുന്നു നിന്നെ ഞാൻ എന്നിൽ നിന്നും പറന്നകന്നൊരു പൈങ്കിളി മലത്തേൻ കിളി പൈങ്കിളി മലത്തേൻ കിളി. Thank you.
That was amazing, Adit. Moving next, I was thinking that we have already seen the talents of our fellow classmates and even our beloved teachers. So how about we put our alumni to test now? I was thinking, how about a game?
Right. I heard Adarsh and his team was planning some exciting and fun games to put our audience's skill at test.
So let Adarsh and Ashwin take over the stage as we sit back and enjoy the event unfold.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the arena. We have something really special planned for you today. But right now, we have one of the finest talented students of MCA here to play some keys for you, to bring music to your ears, but not the kind of keyboard that you're thinking of, but the keyboard that you're all familiar with. I present to you Adarsh on the 8085 microprocessor kit. Thank you, Adarsh. But we're not done with you guys yet. Right now, okay, so where are all the alumni placed seated right now? Can I get some lights on the chairs as well, please? Yes, thank you. All the alumni in the house, please raise your hands. Okay, I have a humble request. Can all the alumni be seated in this set of chairs over here? Volunteers, can you please help the alumni settle down? So are the alumni seated yet? Other students who are seated on this side, could you please give seats for the alumni and move to the other side? Alumni, please settle down quickly. We need to carry on with the game. Guys, settle down quickly. Okay, for those of you who have already settled down in this row over here, If you look towards the back of your seats, you will find a slot. And if you could put your hand in there, you will be able, some of you might be able to find a piece of paper. Could you please check for pieces of paper in the behind your seats, please? In the slot in the back side. And those of you who find the slot, can you please, with the chit, can you please stand up? Okay, all those who have found your teams and a card with 8085 on it, can you please stand up? Can you please show your cards in the air? Team 1 members, can you please raise your hand? Can you please stand up and raise your hand? Team 1. Guys, can you check your seats again? Just once more, quickly. Okay, team 2 members. Team 1, one more, team 1. Who's that over there? And another team 1 member who had stood up earlier. Anybody else found a team 1? So, okay. Team 2. Anybody from team 2? Team 3. We have one from team 3. Team 3 over there. 3. And team 4. Okay, all of you have got the cards. Can you please stand up once more? All of you. One, 2. Team 2. Others. And joining us in this game is our beloved JP sir. So since JP sir belongs to team 2, I request JP sir himself to pick 2 more teammates. Sir, any 2, sir. We found team 2. How many? Okay, sir. Team 2 is ready. Team 1 members and team 2 members, can you please come towards the stage? Team 3 members. Team 3, one more from team 3. And team 4. Can all the teams come towards the stage, please? Can you guys come on the stage? Team 1 members, can you please come over there? Team 1, please stand over there. Team 2 over there. Team 3. Team 3 over there. Here, sorry. So team 1 over there. 2 towards the lighting over there, towards the end. Team 3 right next to team 2 and team 4 between the other 2 teams. You have 2 more. Can we have one more member join us, please? What team? So each of you belong to a team and your team has a destination address. One of your team members will be blindfolded and the other two has to instruct a blindfolded team member to reach your destinations over here. But the catch is you will have to use only our instructions. Can we please take? So these are the instructions that you are going to use to move to your destinations. But that's not all. Guys, the second rule is that we'll play red light and green light also. So when it's red light, the two team members guiding your blindfolded team member has to halt your team member. If your team member doesn't stop at the red light, you will be disqualified. And when the green light's back, you'll need to use any other instruction to continue moving towards your destination. So as a demonstration, I have Adarsh over here. So considering Adarsh to be blindfolded, my instruction right now, a green light, please. Ayana, team members, could you please have a look at the demonstration over here? Yes, thank you. So considering Adarsh to be blindfolded, I would guide him saying INR, INR, DCR. But my mistake that I didn't halt him during the red light was your team would get disqualified. Okay, so any doubts? Team 4, any doubts? Everyone should halt, and the other two members should give the halt instruction to halt them. Others have to give the instruction. Make sure you follow the right instructions from the right team and don't get confused with each other's instructions. So any doubts by any teams? Team clear? Clear? Team 3 clear? Okay, volunteers, please blindfold contestants. Volunteers, fast. Are all teams ready? Team 4, Team 2, Team 3. Okay. And let's begin. And we stop. Sir. Sir. Sir, please, sir. Okay, you guys can unfold your blindfolds right now. So, audience, who do you think is the winner? And irrespective of addresses, the winner is JP Sir's team. Please give a round of applause. JP Sir has always been guiding us even till now. And to the winning team, we present a gift. Thank you, everyone. JP Sir, before you leave the stage, we have one small request from you. Other alumni can please be seated. Sir, can you please help me with this one last question that I have? Sir, we have a rolling message program in microprocessor kit, but it's not working. Can you please execute it? Sir. Thank you, sir. And thank you all for being such a wonderful audience. Thank you.
This brings us to the end of the culturals.
Now, we would like to call John's baby to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Gauri and Yash. With that, we come to the end of this beautiful celebration. On behalf of the Computer Science Department of Christ deemed to be University, I, John's baby, would like to take this opportunity to thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Father Abraham, Head of the Department, Dr. Ashok Emmanuel, Dr. Joy Paulose, and his family for gracing us with their presence. I would also like to extend my sincere thanks to the University Head of Alumni Association, Sir Jugnu Oberoi, Head of Alumni Association, Computer Science Department, Sir Juni, along with Krishnan Sir, Jansi Ma'am, Tracy Ma'am, and from all the alumni present here for taking out time from their busy schedule to make this event a memorable one. An event of this dimension can't happen overnight and needs meticulous planning and execution. I cannot thank each one enough for the involvement they have shown and the willingness they have expressed to take on the completion of the work beyond their comfort zone. I thank Sibu Sir, Deepthi Ma'am, and all the faculty in charge of the department, without whom this event would have been impossible. I would also like to thank all our volunteers for their immense cooperation and support in the organization of the event. Last but not the least, I thank you, our audience, for attending this event. It has been a pleasure to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. That's the end of our cultural